Now, if you guys remember that Seattle Seahawks game, then guess what you remember? You remember Allen Hearns, man. You remember Allen Hearns had a very, very similar injury, but if you look at the technicalities, Allen Hearns was worse. Technically, Allen Hearns was worse. And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got the shoes that he got hurt in upstairs right now. Right now, I got them upstairs. But yeah, Allen Hearns had a similar issue. And guess what? He's currently playing, man. So, I mean, if you're thinking about as far as, is this something that could, take him over for the rest of his career? Nah, that gonna be all right. But one thing I will say, Dak is gonna have to change the way he plays. If not forever, at least for 1 year. He's gonna have to change the way he plays, at least for 1 year. Here you go, right here. Look at that. I'm gonna hold on to this cleat. You wanna know why? Because this is proof. This right here is proof that God exists. You wanna tell me why? This dude this dude tore his stuff off the frame, fam. And guess what? That boy played again. Jalen Smith. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Smith had a horrible injury. And guess what? My boy out there swiping like a mug. What up, YouTube? Hey, I'm coming for YouTube, man. They said, hey, somebody Instagrammed me, YouTube me and said, look, West Coast, we need you on YouTube. I said, I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. Don't trip. I'm coming. What up with you, Dexter? I appreciate you with the 5,000 stars. Let me show you guys what the top star givers going home with today. Remember, top star givers going home with the Jalen Smith autograph picture. Why? Because remember, I told you it's my birthday, so my boys sponsoring the page the whole week. He's sponsoring the page the whole month. Well, he sponsored the page for the last 2 years. But this is my boy Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I told y'all, hey, hey, Dak gonna be good. We're gonna see him next year. But that's how it is. And also to celebrate my boy Dak going down, top star givers also going home with the Dak Prescott autograph print, man. It's just my way of saying I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Keep my boy lifted up, and he gonna be all right. Four gonna fly again. Don't trip. Four gonna run again. You know what I'm saying? If anybody can handle this man right here. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. On my mama, I cried yesterday live when I saw my boy cry yesterday. I don't give a damn. If you make fun of me, I'll probably get in my feelings and block you. I'm just letting you know right now. But I low-key cried seeing Dak cry. Like, that brought something out of me, man. Like, seeing strong people broken, like, that just do something to me, man. Like, seeing my uncle cry when his daughter passed away last week, that shit hurt me. Because I know how strong and how committed to these people's cause they are. You feel me? But like, I just got to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. Seeing him cry, just knowing, like, my dude brother died, committed suicide. He didn't get signed. He got the pressures of the world. And my dude going out there arguably about to have one of the best seasons in a quarterback history. Like, they don't make him like that. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, when he put his hand, like, bro, I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you what made me feel like this team can do something is because instead of falling, you know what this team did? They stood up. What happened yesterday is the hardest situation they'll face all year. What the Dallas Cowboys faced yesterday was the hardest situation they have faced in the last, I'm going to tell you, that was harder than Romo going down. You want to know why? Because when Romo went down, there was an expectation of him going down. When Dak went down, your air left your lungs, fam. I got to walk for a minute, y'all. When Dak went down, the air in my lungs left. So yeah, man, like for real, man, if you shed a tear yesterday, I ain't knocking, man. That's a real, if you didn't, I ain't knocking you either, man, but I'm just saying. Like, that's why people can't tell me, oh, just calm down. And like, bro, you are emotionally attached to this. We are emotionally attached to this. Like, we are emotionally attached to it. Like, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. I am a way bigger Cowboy fan than I am a Laker fan. I always knew that I was a Cowboy fan. Like, I always knew I was a big Cowboy fan, and I always knew I was a pretty big Laker fan. But I am nowhere near the Cowboy fan than I am a Laker fan. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Shout out my boy Shane, man. We riding with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, salute to this team for standing up. And I'm not saying that this could be something, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The Dallas Cowboys showed me that they can handle anything yesterday. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you. If anything in the world, this Dallas Cowboy team showed me that they can handle anything. No matter what you throw at them, they can adjust and they can get a victory. So you know what the Cowboys got to do now? Is we got to look at every single game as a one-game season. The most important game is the game in front of us. Now, to talk about Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton went down there. 9 for 11. Did get sacked one time. Couldn't help that. Offensive line. Y'all going to have to block. I'm going to tell you this right now. We're going to have to do something about the offensive line. We need to add something. And God is so good. God is such a Cowboy fan. He even gives you an extra day before you play Monday night. Because remember, you get an extra day now. Why? Because you play Monday night. I'm up here scratching on national TV. Oh, my bad. Let's get on. You get an extra day to prepare. Why? Because of Monday night. So, Andy Dalton's going to get an extra day. Also, I'm going to tell you something that I liked about Andy Dalton yesterday is this. Because of Corona and everything else that's going on right now, your backup quarterback is probably only playing about 15% of the snaps at practice. Like, realistically, he's only playing about 15, 20% of snaps because practices are already limited. So think about this. Andy Dalton was able to go in there and be functional off of maybe 10 to 15% practice. And there should be no reason that he don't know the plays, because when you're a backup, for one thing you know for sure you should know is the plays. You want to know why? Because you're studying the play-up book more than anybody. You want to know why? Because you're not playing. See how that works? Now, the Dallas Cowboys need to keep Andy Dalton. Offensive line gave him up 1 sack. They gave up 2 sacks with Dak, so 3 on the day. We got Andy Dalton's going to be your backup quarterback, but we also need to go look at we need to go get another backup quarterback, because I'm going to tell you this right now. With Dak going down, I'm a firm believer that Andy Dalton can go down. because Andy Dalton ain't nearly as mobile as Dak. And unfortunately, Andy Dalton, since he's not as mobile as Dak, he's probably going to take more hits than Dak. Like, you guys know I like to always prepare y'all for that real. You know what I'm saying? Andy Dalton is probably going to take more hits than Dak. The reason being is because Andy Dalton is not nearly as mobile as Dak. You got to remember how many times Dak evaded and just got away. You know what I'm saying? Andy ain't really doing that. He did it. You know what I mean? When his life was on the line yesterday. You guys, this is what I'm going to say about Kaepernick. I am not signing anybody to be my quarterback or be my backup quarterback who has not played in 4 years. Absolutely not. And if you go look at film-wise, Kaepernick did not look good in that workout that he did like 2 years ago. He did not look good. So I know y'all want to, I mean, if you want to show me some film of him looking good recently, I'm definitely open for it. And this ain't got nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. I absolutely love what he got to do. This has to do absolutely with the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? I can wear a Black Lives Matter shirt and still say Cap is not a good quarterback right now. And I think that anybody that's saying him is just looking because you want him back in football. I get it. But I don't want him back in football at the expense of my football team. Like, if anything, you think like the worst thing that we could do is lose your quarterback and then just lose a bunch of games. Want to know why? Because then Dak got hurt for nothing. Like, that means he got hurt for nothing. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you, Rojas, the collector? Dak didn't get hurt for nothing. Dak got hurt trying to get a... I mean, this is something I will say, too. Dak got to understand this, bro. When you got the first down, go down. It's the only thing I'm going to say. And I think Dak will say that himself. Dak Prescott, what do you do differently on that play? I go down. Why? Because I already had the first down. But guess what? When you're trying to do too much, like, my dog, you already had the first down, Dak. Go down. Tony Romo, you already got the first down. What are you doing? It's a preseason game. Go down. Yeah, these guys are out there dying for y'all, man. Like, they out there dying. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Out there sacrificing their body. So y'all put a little respect on his name. You feel me? All right, top star Garrett. Speaking of that, top star giver. He's going home with the autographed Dak print. Going home with the autograph print. And it's for my boys 14 touchdown. Like 14 tackles. Is going home with also the Jalen Smith autograph pricks. So, yeah, man. So, Dak, you got to get down. You got to get down. So, that's what, I mean, Dak is going to be a different quarterback, I believe, next year. Why? Because this is going to change the way he plays. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we'll see when that comes, though. But this is what I will say. Offensive line we got to improve our offensive line play. The reason being because like I said, your offensive line is Andy Dalton's about to get hit more because he's not as movable as Dak Prescott. So since we know he's going to get hit more, you also need to come up with some freaking backup options because if he does get hit and he's out for some time, you need to have some guy that you are willing to get. You want to have a backup now because I'm going to tell you this right now. Since your starting quarterback is gone, like my guy, I'm all about trying to find the next better backup. You know what I'm saying? So I want a guy that comes in here and pushes Andy Dalton. I don't want Andy Dalton to just sit back there and think that he's the guy now. You know what I'm saying? I want a guy that's going to push him. You know what I'm saying? So I looked out and I looked for 5 guys. Shout out my boy Jason Hall with the 300 stars. 5 guys, you can agree or disagree, who I believe can come in here and push Andy Dalton. And if he goes down, can be a favorable backup. And these guys are in no type of order, but I will say they're in probably the order I just read them. I just say in the easiest. I just read them out. First off, Tyrod Taylor. The reason why I say Tyrod Taylor is because, and also guys, there are some guys in free agency that are available right now, but everybody that's in free agent is a project. You know You know what I'm saying? Slap yourself if you're saying DiNucci. Like you're just trying to be a fan, saying a name that nobody else knows. Slap yourself. Ain't nobody trying to have no DiNucci playing for us if Andy Dalton goes down. Like, get off that cowboy crack. That's that stuff I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Let's not try to be the smartest person in the comment box. Give me a time you seen him play in the NFL. So you gonna hop over a bunch of pros that are playing right now because you like a guy's last name. Come on, fam. You're trying to win a Super Bowl still. All right, so these are my names, man. These are my names. I'm gonna drop a video on this too, so y'all can, if you missed these names, you can also see them. Hey, man, y'all already know I keep it 100 up in here, so it is what it is. All right, so hey, y'all, we 400 stars away from hitting our next goal. Let's go, man. 400 stars away from hitting our next goal. Tyrod Taylor just came off IR, fam, on October 3rd. So Tyrod Taylor has 1 year left on his deal, worth about $5.5 million. It's going to cost you $2 million, $2.5 million more than what you're paying right now for your backup, for your starter, Andy Dalton. The reason why I like Tyrod Taylor is because, bro, he moves and plays like Dak Prescott. He's just not nearly as big, and he doesn't take care of the ball like Dak Prescott. He's not the thrower either. But one thing I like about him is he still gives you the running ability that Dak gives you. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I like about Tyrod Taylor is San Diego Chargers are looking for a reason to get him out of the building. The reason why is because a lot of the fans are upset with how Hibbert got the starting job. You know what I'm saying? They're upset right now. And the only thing that sucks too is Hibbert is actually playing pretty good. So you got some fans, I believe, who are kind of like on this Tyrod Taylor train because if you don't know, Tyrod Taylor got hurt he got hurt in the game, and then one of the doctors was giving him an injection so that he can play through an injury and punctured him in the heart. Like punctured him in the lungs. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't play. Rookie comes in, balls, gets a starting job. I mean, I'm going to keep it real. I just think that's business. That's life. It sucks on Tyrod Taylor. I hope he got a good injury attorney. I'm pretty sure he's going to get paid for that. So he will be compensated. But, I like Tyrod Taylor. I like it for the fact that, I know that San Diego is going to be looking for a reason to get rid of him. And you probably will be able to get Tyrod Taylor right now for like a 5th or even a 6th round pick. Keep it real. Because the number one thing that San Diego needs to do is get him out the building. You know what I'm saying? And I like Tyrod Taylor because he has the swag, and it's a good feel-good story. He has something himself that he has to prove. Derek Gore, appreciate you for the 890 stars. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you go get Tyrod Taylor, our offense, as far as the play action and stuff like that, is going to move the same. You know what I'm saying? You'll actually even pick up a run threat. You know what I'm saying? Yanera, appreciate you for the 450 stars. But Derek, appreciate you for the 890 stars. You know what I'm saying? So I like Tyrod Taylor. Probably going to cost you a 6th round pick. Why? Because we all know they want him out the building. And to be honest with you, I would probably even send them. I mean, I try to see if they'll trade DiNucci for it. Oh my God! Why are you doing that? I was just trying to piss y'all off. I'm just playing with y'all, unless they gonna do it. So that's my first choice. My second choice, hey, y'all better be sharing this on YouTube too, because I'm gonna tell y'all, YouTube, it was cracking on Instagram right now. I had over 660 people over there, and I got off on Instagram to go over on YouTube. So y'all gotta share that. Y'all gotta hit that share button. Ain't nobody getting no Cooper Rush, bruh. Like, come on, fam. Like, if you throwing a name and I'm not reading it, there's a reason. Slap your Cooper Rush. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. My second person is old crab legs himself. And I'm going to be honest with you. You can be mad all you want, but this dude threw 5,000 yards last year. And that's old crab legs himself, Jameis Winston. 5,109 yards. He actually threw 3 touchdowns more than Dak Prescott. Only thing that sucks is he also threw 19 interceptions more than him. He also threw 19 interceptions, you know what I'm saying? More than Dak Prescott. So, Jason, appreciate you for the 400 stars. I'm going to tell you guys right now, out of these names, Jameis Winston's probably the best name. And as much as y'all will say about your first thoughts, Jameis Winston would not be bad. Because at the end of the day, with Ezekiel Elliott, I don't need Jameis Winston to throw 5,000 yards. But I'm going to tell you this. If you bring in Jameis Winston, CeeDee Lamb's getting 1,000 yards, Gallup's getting 1,000 yards, Amari Cooper's getting 1,000 yards. I'm telling you right now. And you bring a dog into this locker room. You bring a guy in this locker room that's gonna feel good and try to lead you. The thing about Jameis Winston is you can protect him with the run game because he won't have to throw the ball that much. But one thing I like about Jameis Winston is, bro, he's gonna play it, bro. Like Jameis Winston, bro, he gonna try his hardest. Like, he gonna try. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, good old 30-30. That's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you this. Imagine Jameis Winston with a Zeke. Winston is not ass. He's far. Anybody that throws 5,000 yards in the NFL is not ass. Like, and he can get outside the pocket and move. And he gonna throw that ball. He gonna throw that thing deep. And my thing is this. I want to look at Jameis Winston. I want to say, hey, Jameis Winston, what did you learn? What have you learned from Drew Brees since being his backup? Think about this. Jameis Winston, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Jameis Winston did something because listen, think about this. He could have took a fifth-year option with Tampa Bay and made $18 million this year. And guess what? He didn't. He's making $1 million to sit behind. And theoretically, he's really the third quarterback. Because Taysom Hill is their second. I know I got the I don't watch film fans that's saying he's trash, but it's all good. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But yo, listen to me. I am not trying to replace Andy Dalton. Listen to me. Listen to me. We got some fans that are selective hearing. Listen to me. This is not about replacing Andy Dalton. And I'm going to tell you guys this. You're smoking crack if you're not okay with replacing your back quarterback. Like, your starting quarterback is open. You should be open to a quarterback competition. Whoever can play best. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop. We didn't already fell in love with a dude. Like, you guys are amazing. You go on one date and you already trying to marry him. Like, this is what I'm saying. A smart fan knows that since Andy Dalton is going to get hit more. Why? Because Andy Dalton is not nearly the maneuvering quarterback that a Dak Prescott is. There is a high chance that Andy Dalton can be hit and be out. So since that is the case, you need to look at another backup quarterback. And since Andy Dalton is not a movable quarterback, guess what? There's a chance he might play. So who out of these guys do you want to play? Hey, anybody posting any leaks in my live feed will be immediately blocked. I'm telling you right now. Uh-oh, Ken. Hey, Ken, don't be bringing up trading for Ramcheck. Don't be bringing that up, Ken, because you know they're going to get mad. They're going to get mad. You start bringing that in. You start bringing that up. Don't talk about bringing in trading for Flacco. Absolutely not. I watched him yesterday. He didn't even make my 5. Kaiser didn't make my 5 either because I want a guy who can come in and play right now. If Andy Dalton goes down, I want Kaiser as a project. Like, I don't want Kaiser as my second driver guy who might play. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. I want to also be able to be like this. If Andy Dalton doesn't play well, I want to be able to, like, bro, look, hey, we're gonna play a little this guy and we're gonna play a little that guy. Like, the only person that I don't do that with is my starting quarterback. Like, that's the only person that I don't do that with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Quincy Carter's my homeboy. Talking smack and get you blocked real quick. That's my OG. I'll block you over that. Like 100. I already told y'all about Kaepernick. Kaepernick ain't played in 4.5 years. Can't play for me at quarterback. I wasn't for Aldon Smith playing defensive end linebacker after 5 years, so y'all know I'm not with it. And then to keep it real with you guys, Kaepernick's tryout didn't look good. If you want to sit down and talk about it, the tryout is on my page. You can pull it up, and we can talk about it. Let me know the throws you like, but he did not look good in that throw. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I got Tyrod Taylor, Jameis Winston. My next third guy, Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota just came off. Actually, Tyrod Taylor is available. Tyrod Taylor is the backup. Hey, Bruce, who you talking to? Let me know who you talking to, Bruce, so I can block you. Because if you're telling me to shut the F up, I'm about to block you for your next comment. So let me go ahead and pin you. I just want to make sure. Marcus Mariota. He just came off of IR on October 3rd. But he is actually being listed as the third quarterback. Now, in 2019, he had 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 92% passer rating. You know what I'm saying? I like Marcus Mariota, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think I like Marcus Mariota more as a guy than I actually do as a quarterback. One thing I do like about Marcus Mariota is, man, he's going to for sure beat the I'm not sleeping on Money. Hey, this is my thing. If I'm sleeping on DiNucci, send me some film to wake me up. Because I feel like some of y'all just saying names. Send me, and please don't let it be that YouTube highlight. Because I'm going to tell y'all, this is the thing about highlights. Highlights are made to highlight exactly what you want to highlight. So send me some film on DiNucci playing against anybody. Don't send me that one YouTube video that everybody keeps sending around that's only like 2.5 minutes. You've been in college 3.5 years and your highlight video is 2.5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? No, you won't even. Everybody that I'm talking about right now, I'm going to get a 500. I'm going to get a 5. I appreciate you for the 440 stars. Every single person that I'm talking about right now is nobody on this list is going to cost you more than a fifth. Fourth at most. You want to know why? Because they're all on 1-year deals. There's only one guy on here that I think should cost me a fourth. And he's the last guy. Hey, you guys. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys, this is real uncut football talk only about the Dallas Cowboys. I am not a Cowboy live blogger. I am a Cowboy life blogger. I go live 2 and 3 times a day. DiNucci would not be a good backup. And you can't even. Hey, stop telling me that DiNucci would be a good backup and tell me why. Tell me why he'd be a good backup. And it better not because of this feeling. Because I'm going to tell you this, I'll be honest with you. Like 40 minutes before this, I had the bubble guts. I had that feeling in my stomach before I went live. As soon as I went live, I didn't have that feeling anymore. I'm cured. I don't know what it is. I got on here and I feel better. You know what I'm saying? Just something about your quarterback getting hurt. It just mess your whole stomach and the insides up. I didn't even eat anymore. I didn't even eat anything last night, so I knew it was fake. It was all in my head. You know what I'm saying? If Andrew Luck comes out of retirement, if I'm not mistaken, I still believe that the Colts own his rights. Because he still had time on his contract when he retired. You know what I'm saying? So they still, if I'm not mistaken, I still believe that Andrew Luck's rights would still be owned by the Craig, my boy Craig, and Ken is up there. Y'all really good. Y'all have some accurate stats. Look that up for me real quick, Craig. I looked it up. Hey, Neil, my boy Neil, he's good with that too. Neil and Craig and my other boy, look that up for me right now. If I'm not mistaken, Andrew Luck still had time. He still had time on his career. On his contract. So if he does come back, he should default back to the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, my Bozzy, appreciate you. The Colts do own his rights. That's what I thought. Because you can't retire and then try to come back. You can't do that. All right, so my third, Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota right now on a 1-year deal. He's on a 1-year deal like Tyrod Taylor. He's on a 1-year deal like Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's making $1 million. So he's actually making less than your quarterback right now. Oh, God dang it. Marcus Mariota currently is on a 1-year deal. Making about, I forgot to write it down. Did I write it down? No, I didn't write it down. But he ain't making a lot. And the cool thing about Marcus Mariota is this. They brought in Marcus Mariota to push Carr. And guess what? It worked. He's pushing him. Like, you brought him in to do exactly what it's doing right now, and that is to push Derek Carr, and he pushed him. Derek Carr is off to playing well. Now, you know what you need to do? Because you know for a fact that all these you're not going to resign these guys. And I'm going to tell you guys, one thing about these guys that I'm telling you, all these guys will not be re-signed by their quarterbacks by their teams next year. So they're all going to be gone anyway. So you can either keep them on your team and let them be your backup, or you can get a 5th-round pick for a guy that you're going to pay to basically do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get a 5th-round pick for a guy that's basically going to do nothing for you? Like, Jameis Winston's doing nothing in New Orleans right now. Tyrod Taylor's doing nothing. And he's going to be gone. All these guys are on 1-year deals. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Mariota's doing absolutely nothing. Luck still has 2 years left on his deal. Colts could have asked for some money back, but they left it alone. Casey should come back. Exactly. Hey, I can't bring Tony Romo back, man. I'm going to say it. I'm going to entertain it. Tony Romo's in that same category as Colin Kaepernick. I haven't seen you play. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any will to want to play. So I just can't let you just come into my franchise and put you over guys who had played last year. All these guys played last year. So yeah, I wouldn't take Tony and I wouldn't take Cap. They would both have to try out, and I would both have to see something. Now, this is the thing. If they try out, you could sign them to your practice squad. You know what I'm saying? But hell no. Coming in from backups, no, man. Tony Romo got injured at a golf tournament 2 years ago. And think about this. Tony Romo makes $17 million. He makes $17 million to talk TV. $17 million. Like, he's not coming out of the booth for that. I wouldn't come out the booth for that. If anything, Tony Romo looked at that and was like, damn, that's why I'm not coming back. All right. So, hey, my fourth quarterback is Jacoby Brissett. The reason why I say Jacoby Brissett started 13 games last year, 15 games last year, went 7-8, threw for 3,000 yards, 2,945 yards, threw for 3,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He lost his job to Phillip Rivers. I don't know why, because Phillip Rivers is not playing any better than what I saw Jacoby Brissett play last year. Like, I'm just keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jacoby Brissett is not playing. I mean, Phillip Rivers is not playing overtly better than Jacoby Brissett last year. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't see, Jacoby Brissett also only has 1 more year on his contract. So, just like the rest of these guys, he has 1 year. Now, he is one of the higher paid guys. He's one of the higher paid guys. You know what I'm saying? But, because he's making like 15. Because he signed a 2-year deal. Was it 20? He's making like 15, yeah. But Jacoby Brissett, a guy who is shown to take care of the ball, and a guy who, like I said, he lost his job to Phillip Rivers. The only reason why I think he might be a little bit pricey, though, is because I don't know if with Phillip Rivers being your starting quarterback, he's older. I would think that you would be open. I think that you would be open to trade him, but I think it's going to cost him because there's a high percentage chance that your quarterback might go down. You know what I'm saying? So, Jacoby Brissett, for me, I think it might cost you something. You know what I'm saying? It might cost you about a fourth. I think he might be the one that costs you something. You know what I'm saying? So, and then my fifth, and I know y'all gonna be mad when I say this, but it is what it said, is Mitch Trubisky, man. Mitchell Trubisky. Good young quarterback. 560 yards this year. I mean, he's been prone to make some mistakes, but Mitch might be in a situation where, a new area might be beneficial for him. And In Dallas, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Hey, brother. Hey, Dale. No advertising in the feed, fam, unless you hit that inbox. Mitchell Trubisky. The cool thing about him is you get him for 2 years if you trade for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you trade for him, he can let technically if something happens to him, if something happens to Andy Dalton, you would technically have Mitch as your quarterback for 2 years because he still has a 5th-year option next year. You know what I'm saying? Mitch, in my opinion, has not played. He's had his moments in Chicago. Like, Mitch has actually had his moments where he's actually looked good in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know folks, when they say people are trash, they're only thinking about his last game. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at his career, and you also got to remember, you're talking about a backup quarterback. So every backup is a bum dummy. If he was a GOAT, he wouldn't be a starter. Duh. Like, some of y'all just, I mean, for real. Like, if he was a GOAT, I think he'd be starting. Like, I think he'd be starting. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just kind of how backups work. But what you're looking for is a guy who you think is down in their luck, who has potential to be better than what you have right now if that guy goes down. That's it, man. That's all you're looking for. I'm looking for a backup. You know what I'm saying? Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy was one of my 6th. But I don't know, man. Colt McCoy throws a lot of interceptions, bro. His decision making ain't good. Like, I like Colt McCoy in the story. Like, Colt is always good for one game. And I do feel like if he was to come back into Texas, it would just be some magic. But then I feel like he would get hurt just like he did in that national championship game. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If all 5 of these guys was available in Andy Dalton, my boy said Case Keenum. I'm not a big fan of Case Keenum. I mean, I want a dude that's looking to prove something. Tyrod Taylor got something to prove. Jameis Winston got something to prove. Jameis Winston went to New Orleans to get his career back on track. He got something to prove. Marcus Mariota he didn't leave, he got cut. After being first overall pick, Marcus Mariota went to Oakland to try to take somebody's job. He got something to prove. Jacoby Brissett just lost his job to a 70-year-old man with 12 kids. He got something to prove. Mitchell Trubisky just lost his job. Was a starting quarterback this year. Played pretty damn well against us, too. Guess what? He lost his job. He got something to prove. And you could probably get him for cheap. Mitchell Trubisky's probably going to be the most expensive guy out of all those guys. Why? Because he was a second pick, third overall pick. So they got money involved in him. And you got to think like this. The thing that sucks about Mitchell, if you do trade for him, you got to consider if you're going to take on his 5th-year option. You know what I'm saying? Renell, remember this. If Winston is your quarterback with Ezekiel Elliott, he's not going to turn the ball over as much. Just like Andy Dalton isn't. Like, you guys, like, this is what you guys got to think. A lot of you guys know that Andy Dalton's going to be better because he's going to have Zeke. Why don't you think that about these other quarterbacks? You don't think Tyrod Taylor would play better with Zeke in his offense? You don't think Jameis Winston would play better with Zeke in this offense? You don't think Marcus Mariota would play better with Zeke in this offense? You don't think Jacoby Brissett would play better with Zeke in this offense? You don't think Mitchell Trubisky would play better with Zeke in this offense? But you only think Andy Dalton will. That's why I say, man, we gotta stop falling in love so quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think if I had to rank them, Tyrod Taylor, Jameis Winston, Jacoby Brissett, Marcus Mariota, Mitch Trubisky. Jameis Winston and Tyrod. Honestly, I think I would actually take Jameis Winston over Tyrod. Why? Because I know Jameis Winston is healthy. And Jameis Winston would be playing for a huge contract somewhere. I didn't want Andy Dalton at the time. Like, I think people are like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I went on camera and I said that I thought that at the time that Andy Dalton for a pickup for Dak Prescott was not a good move. Why? Because Dak Prescott had never lost a game, right? Had never missed a game. So guess what? You know what that's called? That's called when facts. I had facts then, but guess what? When the facts change, then the facts change. You can change your opinion. So now my opinion of him changed because of what? Because of the facts. If the facts didn't change, my opinion would still be exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing in life. Since nobody is a fortune teller, and nobody out there say that they foresaw this, so slap yourself if you even try to make yourself seem like that. Nobody can make it, nobody can do that. So yes, as I also said that Thomas was better than, no, I didn't. Justin, you're smoking crack. You're about to get blocked for trying to start something. No, I didn't. I ain't never said in my life that Joe Thomas was better than Jalen Smith. You're smoking cowboy crack. Knock that off. You know what I'm saying? But yo, these five guys right now, one thing I like about these guys also, these guys can move, man. You know what I'm saying? No, Frank, you go take a vacation. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I think, I mean, if something was to happen to Andy Dalton, like if something, and I'm going to tell you this with my question. If Jameis Winston is so bad, why do the New Orleans Saints want him to be their quarterback when Drew Brees retires? There will be more running with Andy Dalton. No, there's going to be more running to football, the Dallas Cowboys. Like, I'm going to ask y'all a question. If Jameis Winston is so bad, why would the New Orleans Saints bring him in? So are we now smarter than Sean Payton? Are we claiming to be smarter than Sean Payton? Like, are we now saying that we are smarter than Sean Payton? Because Sean Payton looked at Jameis Winston and said, "Hell yeah, I'll take you." You guys remember the same people that said that Cam was not good? You know, remember that? I know a lot of people said Cam was washed up. I told y'all Cam was gonna be balling in New England. Oh, it won't work out. He won't be able to. Boy, stop. Boy, stop. Remember, y'all said the same thing about Cam Newton. Remember that. Y'all said the same thing about Cam. So, you know what I'm saying? Right now, we need a backup. Like, we need a backup. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. One thing that I want to know about a backup is I want a guy who can play for 2 years. You want to know why? Because I don't want to rush Dak back next year. Like, if Dak is ready for week 1, then praise God. But I don't want Dak to feel like he's pressing to get back in week 1. Like, I don't want that. Like, and also, y'all, anybody that's saying Trevor Lawrence, I want y'all to go look at the records. How many teams in the NFL right now have not won a game? Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. You put Jameis Winston behind this offense, bro, and you limit the amount of times he throws and just allow him to throw, sometimes, bruh, CeeDee Lamb's going to be them dudes because he throws the ball way more than Dak Prescott. But let's just be real. Jameis Winston is most likely a starting quarterback if he's not in New Orleans. Like, if he would have went to Chicago, he would probably be starting over Foles right now. And in Jacksonville, he'd be starting. He'd probably start in New York. You know what I'm saying? So, Cowboys need to be in the market for a backup quarterback. And it needs to be a guy that can, like, because Andy Dalton, like, honestly, like, now you need to think about, like, you know what I mean? You got to have a guy because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to force Dak back next year. Like, if you're going to sign Dak, if Dak allows you to sign him to a 6-7 year deal, bro, I'll let him sit the whole year out. Or at least half the season. I'm cool on Blake Bortles. I don't want anybody that's just relegated to being a backup. I want a guy that's still trying to fight to be a starter. That's why I said I like Andy Dalton, but guess what? You still need a backup just in case. You need a backup that can do what Andy Dalton can do just in case Andy Dalton can't play. That's called responsible football. The reason why we have Andy Dalton today is because we were responsible when Dak, you know what I'm saying? We were responsible 6 months ago. So now we got to do the same thing again. Like, the worst thing that we could do right now is not go get a quality backup right now. My boy said we got to go get something. Defensive tackle. Hey, y'all, we 600 stars away from hitting our last goal today. Top star giver today is going home with the autographed Jalen Smith picture. Salute to him and his 14 tackles. I'm going to be live later on tonight, man. Hey, man, we don't even hear Tank DeMarcus Lawrence talk. No one wonder why. Hey, top star giver's going home with the Jalen Smith autograph picture. And you're also going home with the Dak Prescott. Appreciate you, Derek, with 1,000 stars. Do you think we're still throwing 40 times touchdown with Dalton, or has Kellen Moore realized he shouldn't happen? I don't know, man. I think a lot of you guys realized this week why you listen to your boy West Coast. And I think a lot of you guys realized this week, you know, why my shows are structured and just different than all the other shows that are on the TV. And y'all realize why sometimes my passion goes a little crazy sometimes, but y'all know everything that I'm trying to do or say is for the best of trying to win games. You know what I'm saying? I've been screaming this. Like, some of y'all want to say, oh, it's a coincidence, West Coast. No, it ain't. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that we rushed more than the Giants and we won. It's not a coincidence that Ezekiel Elliott got the offense and the defense going, but with his hard carries. Your three biggest plays, your biggest plays yesterday, let me tell you where. Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Zeke run, Tony Pollard run. Dak run, got hurt. You guys saw us try to run, play action off of zero run, and you saw us get nothing. Then you guys saw us what? Say, hey, Mike McCarthy took, and we all know what happened yesterday. Mike McCarthy took over that play calling. And we became a what? A run-first team. And guess what happened? We dominated. The second quarter went like this. Like, bro, we were literally watching the first quarter. I'm like, damn, we already in the second. I said, damn, this game is going by fast. My boy G said, well, that's what happens when you run the ball. Your defense looked noticeably better. Oh, and I'm making a video about this too. And I'm going to make a video about this because guess what? Your defense gave up 0 touchdowns in the air yesterday. 0. If that ain't adjusting, bruh, I don't know what is. They gave up 0 touchdowns in the air. 0 passing touchdowns. They went from giving up 306 rushing yards to 87. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this right now. Goodbye. Anybody that still wants to say this, that you want to say this, your defense look like trash stuff, man, goodbye. I'm not dealing with y'all. Go find your blogger that's for you. Scored a touchdown yesterday. Jalen Smith, 14 tackles. DeMarcus Lawrence, 3 tackles. Listen to this. Jalen Smith had a career day yesterday. 14 tackles. 1 sack. He had 3.5 tackles for loss. My boy says, but it was against the Giants, but we could have lost. See, that's what I be saying. Like this, I'm gonna tell y'all, if that's the type of comments, if that's the way you think, I am not the blogger for you, because you're gonna get blocked. Because people who say stuff like that don't understand that you can only play the team that's on your schedule. Because we could have lost to the Giants. Bye, Rob. You could have lost to the Giants. And how would you be feeling this morning? Losing to the worst offense in the NFL. If you can acknowledge that our defense is getting better, I'm not the blogger for you, because that means you're not going to acknowledge anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to acknowledge anybody. Defense. I'm extremely proud of my defense yesterday. 4 straight 3-and-outs. Bruh, everybody watched the whole game. That don't make, like, people, I watched the whole game, bruh. Are you serious? Everybody on this feed watched the whole game. Snipe yourself. Have you watched the game again, though? Because watching the game one time means nothing. Listen to me, guys. Watching the game one time means nothing. You want to know why? Because all my notes that I got from watching the game 3 times last night. You don't take notes off the first game. You want to know why? Because you're watching the game as entertainment. When you're watching the game as entertainment, you're not taking notes and saying, oh, God, this guy did this. He messed up on this. No, you're watching the game to see if we win. So don't nobody care about if you watched the game one time. Everybody watched the game one time. How many times have you watched the game since then? Because if you ain't watched it since then, imagine writing a book and not proofreading it. You know what I'm saying? When you go back to that game, then you'll be able to proofread and you'll say, oh, I see that, I see that, I see this. But, bruh, slap yourself. Ain't nobody watching the game. Ain't nobody watching the game talking about, oh. You know what I'm saying? Stop it right now. That's why I got to watch the first game. Don't even count. Like the first time you watch a game, it does not count because your mind is not focused on that. Your mind is focused on winning. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to acknowledge about our defenses. That is, they're getting better. If you can't acknowledge that, I'm not the blogger for you. I promise you there is one for you, though. I'm just not him. Defense. Bald. Jalen Smith had 4 negative plays himself. Jalen Smith caused 4 negative plays himself. 4. Because he had the sack and he had the 3.5 tackles for loss. Anybody that's ever played football knows that what? A tackle for loss is what? A tackle for loss is simply a sack without the quarterback. Like, let's just be real. If the quarterback would have had the ball in his hand, that would have been a sack. But the quarterback didn't have the ball in his hands. The running back did. 3.5 tackles for loss. Like, I'm not answering any questions about anybody leading anybody to the playoffs. We got to beat Arizona. Take a week, 1 week at a time. You know what I'm saying? Andrew, absolutely great point. We're going to talk about that later on tonight. Cowboy defense stood up, man. Very proud of my boys. I told y'all I vouched for my boy. Hey, Darryl Woodley got to go. Daryl Woodley, oh my God, he plays so far off. He plays so far off. Like, he plays so far off. It's ridiculous, man. Hey, shout out to my boy DeMarcus Lawrence, man, for getting his much needed. We're going to need it this week, man. I'm happy this happened before this game because I'm going to tell you guys this right now. When Dak went down, the thought of us just scoring a whole lot of points in my mind went away. So now I don't care how we win anymore. Like, I don't care how we win. I do not care how we win. We can win every single game by 1 point. I don't care anymore. Because with Andy Dalton as our starting quarterback, we ain't even really supposed to be in it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So now it's, man, our kicker and special teams, no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to need a cornerback back. Hey, we're going to start on, I'm going to take today and today only to talk about this Giants game and probably not even all of today. And then we're going into the Arizona Cardinals game. This is the biggest game of Andy Dalton's career. Like, because I'm going to tell you this right now, Andy Dalton, if you can get this win, bro, you basically have 2 winnable games after this. Because think about this. Philadelphia has Baltimore this week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Kerry, they still have miscommunications. I'm going to tell you what yesterday's game really showed me is that it really is the defensive coordinator, not the defense. Because when the defense gets back to what they did last year, they're better. So that lets you know that the changes didn't work. Yes, and I don't think that Jordan Lewis is either fully healthy or he just flat out took a step back. That's my dog. Y'all know J. Lou. The ball god is my dog. But I'm going to tell you this. On the one pass I know y'all talking about, man, that was perfect defense. Only thing he could else do is get his head around. It's probably the only thing else he can do. Get his head around a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the only thing I could ask for him to do is to get his head around a little bit better. But yeah, it was over the head like this. Ain't really much you could do. Perfect. Better throw, to be honest with you, to catch. Really good throw. Great catch. You know what I'm saying? Worley plays too far off, man. He plays too far off to even help himself. Eric, man, I didn't already talk about him for a minute, man. You got to go back up there and check it out. What are my thoughts on Donovan Wilson? Hey, man, I'm going to keep it real. Donovan Wilson didn't play the whole game. Like, if y'all was looking, y'all noticed they did what West Coast said they was going to do. Because you guys remember after the first game, what did I say about Donovan Wilson? I know a lot of you guys were surprised when I said this too, but I got to always keep it real. What did I say? I said that Donovan Wilson is better in pass support and that Darian Thompson is better in what? Run support. And that's what they did yesterday. They had Donovan Wilson out there when they thought it was passing. And they had Darian Thompson in there when they thought they were running. And it worked. Like, we basically had to play 3 safeties, but it worked. Cowboys defense did not give up 100 yards. And they did not give up. I mean, they didn't really throw. They didn't really, like, test our safeties, though. You know what I'm saying? But just to know that you didn't give up a touchdown in the air for 1 week before you go into these sub-pure, like, oh, my God. What these dudes are doing in Arizona, these dudes are catching the ball, bro. These dudes are catching the ball. And they're RPOing on everything. You know what I'm saying? Tristan Hill's done for the season. We got to. You know what I'm saying? Parker looked good, too. Darian Thompson didn't look good in run support last night. Y'all got to leave him alone. He looked good in run support. Like, when you put him, like, Darian Thompson don't look good when he got a rate check. He got a cover. If he got a cover, nope, he not good. You know what I'm saying? They was tackling last night, Khalil. Get out your feelings. Go watch a game. Khalil, did you watch the game last night? Or were you off complaining somewhere? Cardinals haven't played anybody good. Okay, Justin. Hey, man, that's good, man. Send me some information on them. I'm about to start scouting them tonight. I'm about to get on their head tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I watched some of their game yesterday, and I was not very impressed. The only thing that scares me is the running quarterback and them 2 wide receivers. 2 people that need to come off special teams. Tony Pollard needs to come off. I'm done. I'm done. Tony Pollard, I'm done with you on special teams. Like, I'm done, fam. Like, he's literally losing yards on special teams right now. Bro, you're catching the ball at the 4, taking it to the 12, 15. I'm done. Like Tony Pollard, if you, like, bro, you got to understand at least when to just let the damn ball go in the end zone. I would rather start on the 25 than the 12. Like, so I'm done. Thompson played well last night. He says, who would be on special teams? I'll put Trevon Diggs back there. I would like to actually put Trevon Diggs on special teams. Why? So he can touch the ball more. So he'll feel more engaged in the game. And I'm taking CeeDee Lamb off of punts. Like, Trevon Diggs is not touching the ball. He is a ball. He's a playmaker. Playmakers need to touch the ball. How do you can get him involved with the ball? Let him do punts and kick returns. He'll be touching the ball at least 3-4 times a game. I mean, just put Trevon Diggs out there. You don't even got to put Cedric Wilson. Put Diggs. Diggs needs to get active. He needs to get more involved in the game. Get more active in the game. My boy said, that's a stupid idea so that you're starting corner. But isn't CeeDee Lamb your starting receiver? Justin, you about to get promoted to your own page in a minute. Because you got people, I promise you, man, they be more upset with me on here doing my thing than they actually be upset with me actually doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And what I noticed that there are men that will literally watch you be successful, and instead of saying, you know what, man, I'm going to go do what he do, they'll sit up and they'll complain about what you do. Why? Because deep down inside, they want to do it. So this is what I'm telling you, bro. If you disagree with me 3 times in an hour, you need to go start your own live show because you got some strong opinions. I hope you can back it up with film and tape and facts, but you should go do that. Like, I wouldn't consider, if I disagree with someone 3 times in an hour, I wouldn't sit up and listen to you. I wouldn't sit up and listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But it's black and purple all day, every day, you know. How does Diggs' shoulder doing? I mean, he looked all right. I mean, we'll get an injury report on it. But Diggs looked all right doing special teams in college. I mean, to be honest with you right now, like, bruh, if I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, CD took a lick and kept on ticking, but yeah, man, I'm cool. I'm cool. I like you speak about promoting. Like, I'm cool on CeeDee Lamb doesn't need. I'll be honest with you, everything that CeeDee Lamb is giving me on my offense, there's no reason him from being on special teams right now. Like, if Deion Sanders can do it, I think Trevon Diggs can do it. And didn't he return punts at Alabama? Like, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he return punts at Alabama? He either did punts or kick returns. Appreciate you, Mo. I remember that. Hill's done for the season. What up with you, Adam? I see you. Yeah, I thought he did punts. Like, bro, if CeeDee Lamb gets dinged up right now, oh my God, you're not getting anything from Cooper right now. Your offense as far as throwing is over. No, Dak's not coming back. 6 to 8 months. I thought he played special teams. Like, be honest with you, like, would you have Cooper? Would you have Cooper on special teams? No. All right, then. So take CeeDee Lamb off and put Trevon Diggs back there. He needs to be more involved in the game anyway. Like, see, right now, Trevon Diggs is not touching the football at all. And I'm going to tell you, if you get him touching the ball, that's going to get him more active catching the ball when it comes to interceptions and stuff like that. Special teams helps you keep engaged in games. Because as a corner, you be out there sometimes just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Then, oh, snaps, you got to run fast. Like, put Trevon Diggs on special teams and let him get more involved in the game. Let him get a couple jukes and a couple moves. You know what that's going to get? It's going to get his confidence going, especially if he gets a big run. Gets to get a 20, 30-yard kickoff return or something. And then think about this. I don't really want offensive players on special teams. You want to know why? Because after they do the big return, you can't use them on offense. What up with you, Pooch? If you do a big kick return and he gets the ball to like the 25-yard lines, you can't take CeeDee Lamb and then put him on the next offensive play. He's going to have to sit down for at least 2 plays to get his win back. That's why I always agreed that I felt that corners made more sense, because on special teams, you're giving the ball to the offense. Why do you want CeeDee Lamb on special teams anyway, and then he has to go out on offense? He's going to be tired. Or what if he gets blew up on special teams? He can't go on offense now. See, some of y'all don't be wanting to hear this stuff because you want to see what you want to see. You still on the trade Gallup tip? Hell yes. Like, I'm on the common sense. Are you still on the because Gallup is my best friend, I don't want to improve this team? Like, are you? I will trade Michael Gallup right now for Ryan Ramczyk. Absolutely. But that's because I know a lot about football and different positions. A lot of you guys just fell in love with Michael Gallup, and now in your heart, you just ain't letting it go. But guess what? He going to be on another team just like Cole Beasley. Like, fact. A bunch of y'all was actually super diehard Cole Beasley fans too. No, he'll never leave. They'll pay him. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're going to pay Cole Beasley. They're going to pay Dez. They're going to pay, and they did not. They did not. They paid Terrence Williams and did not pay Cole Beasley. So don't talk to me about, oh, here's a guarantee they're going to pay Gallup. Did they pay Cole? No, they did not. And I know they love some Cole Beasley. They let Cole Beasley retire and come back. Ain't nobody did that. Cole, the only person I know who did that in Dallas. So absolutely. Take Trevon Diggs off special teams. Take CeeDee Lamb off special teams. Take him off. Put Trevon Diggs back there. Like, this is the thing. I don't really care about the tough catches because our offense is about to change so much that we should not need the tough catches. Beasley ain't on the level of Gallup. Chuck, stop smoking crack. Stop. And whoever liked that comment, you're smoking crack also. Cole Beasley was a better receiver than Michael Gallup. You were smoking crack. Michael Gallup just led the NFL in drops last year with 11. You're smoking crack. Cole Beasley making $12 million a year for a reason. You're smoking crack. Stop it right now. I will not let that go down in my live stream. All that fanosity. You better knock it off. Better knock that off. That's that fanosity. That overly exaggeration for love of the Cowboys that means that nobody else can do anything good. Jason Witten came back. You know what I'm talking about? Better knock that off. Gallup is improving, but guess what? He's not. This is what you need to understand. Y'all need to understand about contracts, man. Are the Cowboys going to re-sign him? Probably not. Probably not. So get something for him. If you can get the second best tackle in the NFL, who's only 26, who's already been an all-pro twice, for a up-and-coming wide receiver, and you have theoretically 2 up-and-coming receivers already, bruh, that is a no-brainer. If Gallup's no longer on this team, guess what happens? That means CeeDee Lamb gets more passes, Amari Cooper gets more passes, and Cedric Wilson gets more passes. That's the only thing that happens. My boy said, when was the last time Cole Beasley had? Listen, fam, that's how I know the people. I got to stop disagreeing with people that I just flat out know I'm smarter than. Michael Gallup had 860 yards going into week 17 last year and 2 touchdowns. And he also had 9 drops. The reason why Michael Gallup went over 1,000 yards is because we didn't play Amari Cooper week 17, and he got like 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. But if he does play, Michael Gallup ends with 840 yards and 2 touchdowns and still has 11 drops. So what are you talking about? You comparing 1 year to someone's career. My boy says, ain't nobody giving us. Yeah, they would, because yes, they would, because I'm going to tell you why. Because of just what you just said. Michael Gallup is a young up-and-coming wide receiver, and guess who's having problems with their wide receiver? That's how I know this situation better than y'all. Want to know who? The Saints. The Saints just sent Michael Thomas home again. You want to know why? Because he punched somebody in the locker room. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because he punched. Michael Thomas got suspended. They haven't even said if he's gonna play. If he's gonna play the next game. They sent him home again for punching a teammate, and he was just hurt. He was just hurt 2 weeks ago. So I definitely think about this. This is possibly Drew Brees' final season in the NFL. This is final season in the NFL. So they're not going to just let that, they're just not going to piss that off. They're just going to piss that off. You know what I'm saying? Everything in New Orleans, Drew Brees said when he came back that he was going to come back for this year. That's what he said. He didn't say nothing about next year. That Instagram tweet that he put with the little picture, he said this year. There's a lot of teams that got wide receiver issues right now, but there's only one that's having wide receiver issues right now who has an all-pro right tackle who can play left tackle. Like, bro, he plays left tackle and right tackle. So think about this. There could be a game where he could play for Brandon Steele's position, for Terrence Steele's position, and there's a chance where he could play for Tyron Smith's position. Like, think about this. If you go get Ryan Ramczyk, think about this. You could let Tyron Smith walk next year. That's the whole purpose. Like, if I go get Ryan Ramczyk, I'm letting Tyron Smith walk next year. You want to know why? Because he hasn't played 16 games since 2000. I think it's like 14. Like, Tyron Smith's time is done in Dallas. We can keep paying him and keep hoping, or you can just fix it. Like, you can disagree with me on the opinion of Beasley and Gallup, even though you will go and look at, Beasley is the better receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, and think about this. Beasley was never a number 3 target ever in Dallas. Because when he was in Dallas, Dez was your number 1. You had Terrence Williams. You had Jason Witten. Cole Beasley was your 4th target at best, getting 800 yards. And then you still had Zeke. And you still had DeMarco Murray. So Cole Beasley was a guy who was literally like your 5th option on the team, getting 800 yards. And that's why he got paid $10 million a year to go to Buffalo. Like, fact, that's why, he was your 5th. He was almost your 5th option. Michael Gallup is your 3rd, possibly 2nd. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't see how y'all don't see that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, if I trade him to get a freaking offensive, to get a to replace Tyron Smith, bro, are you kidding me? Jonathan, did you watch the game? Like, did you see the game last night? We got some violent teams with some violent pass rush coming up. We need to look at a backup quarterback. We need to touch on some stuff in the offensive line. Hey, you guys, make sure you guys tune in tonight. Make sure you guys tune in tonight. And we're going to go live around 6 o'clock, talk about some more Cowboy talk. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about some more getting ready. Actually, we're going to start talking about getting ready for this Arizona game. We're going to start talking about getting ready for this Arizona game. West Coast will be in the building for the Arizona and Dallas Cowboy game. Flying in on Saturday morning. And, you know what I'm saying? Be as a fifth option, too. Think about that. As a fifth option, that's pretty good. Yeah, we need a Rams. I heard that Gallup in a 6 picks for Ramczyk and Wilson. Oh, that's a trade for a mug. That's a nice one right there. Honestly, I can't even talk about Earl Thomas until we talk about freaking fixing that offensive line. You know what I'm saying? All right, but hey, y'all already know what it is, man. Make sure y'all tune in tonight. I will see y'all tonight. You already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace. What's up with you, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, hold up real quick because I'm still live on Instagram. I got
No.
No. Don't hang up. I just got to end. I'm ending it anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I was just ending it. You know, they just hanging out.
Yeah. You all right?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. I figured you would probably be disturbed.
Oh, no.
Ain't no quitting, my nigga. Already. Ain't no excuses in crime. Already. That's how I feel.